have come a long way. We are finally at the final match of the evening. And if my notes are correct, it is Howard Community College going up against Old Dominion University Monarchs. It'll be the final match on stream, Joey. And we just saw ODU Silver take the win last match. And now we get to see their other team representing Old Dominion on stream as well. The Monarchs are currently 0-1 in their division. Howard Community College sitting at 1-0. So it'll be an interesting matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be interesting. I believe this is our first time seeing both these teams on stream. So we'll see what they can bring to the table. Not 100% sure on that, but in the end, ODU's last team looking very strong in that last matchup. Howard's been one of those teams that looked strong last year as well. We'll see what they bring back to the fall season here as we get ready to load in.
And loading in is exactly what we're going to do. It's Howard Community College Dragons on the blue side, ODU Monarchs on the orange. We're underway in this best of 3, and it's Arrow, one of those players that we've highlighted back in the pregame show, Joey, as one of those newcomers that are really starting to make a name for themselves. Arrow put on a very impressive performance back in week 1. I'm expecting more of the same here in week 2.
Yeah, for sure. This Howard team, again, was pretty good last year. The Logs and Trees was a big high scorer for the league, and now paired up with Arrow, who's one of our kind of rookies to watch for the MAEC this year. It definitely has some high scoring potential.
Newell in the back corner, Logs and Trees trying to play it back in for Howard Community College. Arrow comes flying in, the shot on target, but Yarkey with the big save. Logs and Trees can't get the follow-up. That one had goal written all over it in true Arrow fashion, but it was kept out by ODU.
Yeah, really good save coming through there, but that's not going to be the last shot we see today, John. Both these teams are known for their high shot totals. We'll see what they can bring here, but already starting to pour them on in the first minute.
Just over a minute in, still scoreless somehow. Arrow plays the ball back in. Yarkey rocking the NRG skin on his Octane. Plays the ball into the side corner. It's demoed from behind by Logs and Trees. There's a chance here. Logs and Trees flies in, can't get there. Ball played into the corner. Logs and Trees trying to find that centering feed or a teammate. Now a chance here. Newell looks to play it back in. Ball played into the corner. Doodle for ODU. Ball dropping down. A good chance here for ODU, but no one there to follow up. Now Doodle back towards midfield. Ball picked off by Logs and Trees going the other way. Now it's Howard Community College with a chance. Newell plays it back in. Guys the ball up high. Be another clearance through midfield for the Monarchs. Ball back in. Yarkey opening up the scoring first for ODU on a misplay here from Howard Community College. And it's 1-0 for the Monarchs.
Yeah, it looks like Doodle was bringing it in, and then Yarkey able to turn it right back toward the side of gold. Really good teamwork there. I don't know if that pass was intentional, but in the end, the goal was scored. 2:37 left. ODU up by 1.
Ball played off the side wall. Doodle now for ODU. They are looking for their first win of the season. Newell playing the ball around the side wall. Gets the clearance, and now they have a chance to go on the attack. Yarkey back on defense, trying to play it out. Newell will play back into the corner, trying to find that centering feed. They're unable to do so as Doodle brings the ball through midfield, and now they're on the attack. Arrow perfectly positioned for the interception. Stops that attack before it can develop. Now, Howard Community College trying to even this one up with just over 2 minutes to go. Ball trickles all the way back to the defensive end for the Dragons. They're looking for that clearance. Arrow along the side wall, can't get it out. Yarkey plays it back in. A good chance, centering feed. Doodle's there, but can't get solid contact. Plays it into the corner. Full boost for Logs and Trees, and that'll be enough to help him clear the ball out and go on the attack for the Dragons. Center chance, Arrow can't get the shot. Danger, it still goes in. An unlucky bounce for the Monarchs, and it's all even at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Logs and Trees sends that one up, then gets sent sideways. Arrow able to get the shot off. Yarkey looks like the save is there, but in the end, it still continues to bounce. It still continues to roll, and the Dragons breathe fire in their first goal alongside it. 1-1, 1:41 left to go in game 1.
Just over $1:30 to go here in game one. It's all even at 1 apiece. Doodle on the side wall. Arrow intercepts the ball. There's a chance here for Howard. Snooble plays it back. It's going to bounce all the way back in the defensive end where Logs and Trees is. Arrow with the strong clearance all the way to the other end. Now a chance for the Dragons. The centering feed off the crossbar. The follow-up is good for Logs and Trees, and the Dragons have the lead with $1:10 to go.
Beautiful stuff here. Arrow going down. Doodle trying to contest it. A little bit of a pinch coming off there. Oh, that was so close. The save should have come in there. Watching it again, the replay makes it just as painful. But in the end, the Dragons do find that goal. 2-1, 1:10 remaining here in game one.
Howard with the lead late in game one. Nooble pressing up for the Dragons. Yarki gets the clearance. Just down by 1, plenty of time to go. So Demo comes out onto Arrow. That should give the Monarchs a good chance here. Doodle can't get the shot on frame. Ball back towards midfield. Arrow can't clear the defensive end. ODU can still go on the attack. Plays it into the corner. Now Logs and Trees looking for the clearance. Gets it around one Monarch player. Now it's Nooble near post. No good. Yarki was there. Arrow tries to send it back in. Great chance. Looking to tuck it under the crossbar. Can't get there. Logs and Trees sends it high off the backboard. Nooble off the side wall. It's a centering feed, but Doodle's there for the clearance. Arrow flying back. Will play it off to the side. 10 seconds left in game one. It's still a 1-goal lead. Plenty of time for the Monarchs to get back in there. As long as they can keep the ball off the ground, this game will continue. Yarki back in the defensive end, looking to get that ball airborne. And then the Dragons will send it straight back to the ground. And game one goes in favor of Howard Community College.
Yeah, ODU came through, took the lead early on in this one, but in the end, the Dragons swooped down and they found victory. 8 shots to 5 as well in favor of Howard Community College. Howard looked good, John. Again, it's a little bit of that veteran presence. Logs and Trees returning, Nooble returning as well, and then bringing in the supersonic legend, as his tag says here, in Arrow. Arrow really getting the job done for this team so far here in the fall as they're coming together and really finding some nice synergy.
Game 2 underway between Howard Community College Dragons and ODU Monarchs. ODU dropping game 1. It was a close back and forth game. The Dragons just proved to be too much for the Monarchs. Yarki into the corner, gets taken out by Arrow on the demolition. Monarchs are trying to find the opening score here just past the 30-second mark here of game 2. Monarchs trying everything they possibly can. Nooble doing everything as well, picking up the save on Yarki. Looking for that clearance, the aggression coming out from the ODU Monarchs. It's getting a lot of great chances here early on.
Yeah, definitely a slower start so far. They have got 2 shots off, a third one almost coming in, but falls just shy as they will be able to clear this one out. Howard on the back foot, though, as you said, John. ODU really dominating the presence here in the final third so far here in game 2.
Now Nooble gets the strong clearance out for the Dragons. Arrow takes Yarki out once again. Nooble back in through midfield, beats one defender. The ball goes all the way to the corner. The strong ricochet back gets called off as Yarki had the better play. Ball played into the corner. Now the Dragons looking to go on the attack. Yarki can't get the strong clearance. Nooble flying in. Can't play it into the corner. Logs and Trees forces the ball back to the side wall. Doodle back on defense. Logs and Trees looking for that clearance. On the side wall once again. Now it's Yarki back on defense. Gets the save. Puts it into the corner. The Dragons looking to come alive once again. Now under 3 minutes to go. No score as of yet. Doodle shot. Big save from Logs and Trees. Keeps this one even. Now the Dragons looking to go on the counter. Arrow into the corner. It's going to bounce all the way around. A great chance here. Logs and Trees up, takes the ball up the side wall. And Arrow is there looking to put it on target off the backboard. No, Doodle gets there first. The follow-up from Nooble put aside by Yarky.
Yeah, big plays by ODU so far in defense as well, really taking Arrow out of this game. He's not had very many opportunities compared to what we saw in game one. Logs and Trees and Nooble doing very good, keeping the ball out of their own goal, but not finding as much offensively either. It seems like ODU has kind of found a way to shut down the Howard offense, at least for now.
Ball back into the corner. Boost picked up for the Dragons, making sure they're able to stay mobile. This one gets later into the game. It's still a stalemate. One goal might be all that is needed to take game two. The follow-up turned aside by Logs and Trees again. Strong defense from both teams, keeping this one all even at 0 apiece. At the 1:30 mark of game two, the Dragons with the 1-game lead in the series. Yarky comes flying in, plays the ball high, looking to play it off the backboard. No. Nooble gets there first and will play it into the corner. Doodle looking to follow up. Logs and Trees applying the pressure into the corner along the side wall. Can't clear it. Ball played back in for the Monarchs. Arrow with another big save. Made a big name for himself last week for scoring a ton of goals. This week, making a ton of clutch saves, keeping this one all even. This one off the post for the Monarchs. A wide open goal, and they couldn't seal the deal. We're under a minute to go, and it's still 0-0.
And the clock just continues to tick. Both these teams getting shots off. Both these teams finding opportunities. Unfortunately, nothing landing for either side as we still sit 0-0, 40 seconds to go.
It's a big save by Yarky now also. Nooble just inches away from possibly getting the game-winning goal. Now, the Monarchs have a chance on offense. Nooble with the big save gets back in time. The ball cleared out. Now the Dragons going the opposite way. They have a chance, a misplay there. It's wide open, but Doodle with the big save. It doesn't matter. It's Arrow with 20 seconds to go, and the Dragons have the lead.
John, we said it before. We'll say it again. Arrow is 1-1. So is Howard. A beautiful play there by Doodle. The save, unfortunately, not enough power behind it as Arrow finds the ball once again. Howard now up 1-0 after winning game one. 20 seconds left to go in game two.
It took 4 minutes and 40 seconds to get our first goal of the game. Now with 10 seconds to go, that might be enough. The long clearance pushed aside, not on frame. And the Monarchs are going to possibly lose in a heartbreaking fashion. They will, as the Dragons take game two. It's a 2-0 series sweep, all even till the final 20 seconds for the Dragons, where Arrow, who's continuing to make a name for themselves, is just absolutely popping off, coming in clutch, not just on defense, but securing the game-winning goal with 20 seconds to go in game two.
But again, great adjustments from ODU as well. John, Arrow only had that game. A strong performance in game one, really shut down for the majority of this game by that ODU defense. In the end, still finds the shot that matters, though, as that goal does come through for Howard as they take the series 2-0.